We begin our next retreat. And I would like to invite all of you to say a short prayer in your heart, that this retreat will help us to evolve further, deeper into love. And may the Divine assist us, help us to make a big step forward. Om Namah Shivaya. Evolution into love is difficult to fathom. Because there are all the time new horizons opening. So we don't know when it will end. And perhaps that's the whole idea. It's not supposed to end. It's supposed to keep evolving. The very purpose of our existence, an existence of creation. Creation is creation of love, and it is not ever complete. It keeps completing itself. So through our evolution, we are actually completing creation, helping creation to complete itself, even though that evolution never ends. Who you are is individual form of God that is evolving as you, as me. And through our dedication to this purpose, which is also dedication to the highest good of us and everyone else, we are helping that God, which we are, to grow. That we keep actualizing our higher potential. We are children of love, that are in the process of becoming adult, which means to become adult means that we begin to represent that love that created us, from which we have come. Take responsibility for it, helping it to flower through us, to grow through us. Our purpose is to become representatives of the divine, in fact to become individual forms of the divine itself. To own within our individuality the light and love of the divine. Much of our progress into love depends on the divine help. This is why transmissions are being done. So there's this channeling of the divine from the beyond that is entering us through its grace, if we are open and ready. But where we are going to is a place where channeling is not needed. Because divine begins to live through us rather than trying to reach us from its unfathomable remote location. You are in the process of beginning to own love. And then it will be your love. You can say it is my love, but when you say it is my love, it's no different than saying it is divine love. It seems, for reasons that are difficult to comprehend, because God is all powerful. It seems that for the divine, it's actually not easy to enter this dimension. Maybe because this dimension is so far from the center of creation. This dimension is special And human beings are special. And yet, we are somehow far. In fact, we are far from God. We are God, living in these human forms, but the God that is also very far from himself, if this makes sense, somehow removed from himself. But the main thing I would like to point out here is it's not philosophical, it's just more of a stating a fact that for divine is not easy to enter here. Okay, this reality is dense in consciousness and energy, but still, if we would think that it should not be an impediment for the divine to enter. After all, the density of this reality is also part of God. So this is how the mind can think, imagine, idealize how it should be. But I would rather speak how it is, not how it should be. And to repeat myself again, for the divine is just difficult to enter here. And of course, there are not many vessels for the divine to live through in this reality. And this is what we want to become, vessels of the divine. And myself, also, as your teacher, as a teacher, because that's what I am, teacher, the teacher, to be the doorway for divine to enter. First, divine is entering shyly, just touching us. And also, we are not open enough, or the channel is not open enough for divine to reach us. Plus, the divine enters in steps. It cannot enter fully because we are not ready. We are not ready to experience that kind of love. First, it enters gently, preparing the ground and giving us the more basic experience of love that we can handle, and it's not just about experiencing love, it's about being able to contain it, to live it. Divine is not interested that much to give us experiences of love. It is more interested in us holding that love and representing us through our being, through our individuality, so that we can become that love and we can emanate it into this reality. Becoming like the divine that now lives inside this place. Fact is that the divine cannot directly emanate love into this dimension. It can only do it through us. Or perhaps it could, theoretically, but it is not the plan and it is not the design. The design is that it is supposed to enter this reality through us. First, our heart has to open, because divine enters through the heart. And this is what we have been working with quite a bit. And then we need to begin to realize love in the heart. But how do we realize love in the heart? You could think that divine enters our heart, or is emanating energy of love into our heart, filling up the heart with its light, and then we recognize it. And this is how we realize that love. Because I am not speaking about the emotional love that human beings experience in their different relations, because true love is simply deeper. It's not a love of an exchange, giving and receiving. It's a love of being, love of existence. Love which is like pure subjectivity, simply is, the nature of self. But love is not being realized in that way. Otherwise it would be too mechanical. And it would take away from us our responsibility to truly meet love. You realize love quite simply, really, by feeling it. So this is where feeling comes into the picture, into equation. We need to feel. So you are not simply realizing love as something that is objectively in your heart and you recognize it. No, you realize it through feeling it. The deeper you feel, the deeper you realize love. But in order to feel, you need to have access to your heart. And on a deep level, the light of the divine has to enter your heart. So we could say that realizing love is a meeting between our feeling, capacity to feel, depth of feeling, and the light of the divine. That light of the divine is not yet love. It is a substance from which love is made of. Because you need a substance, you need the material to make love real, to make it an actual experience. The more your heart is open, your being is open, your intelligence is open to love, the more of that light can enter your heart. More deeper light, higher light, like light of higher frequency can enter your heart, and then you realize by feeling it, love deeper. In this retreat, we'll be speaking about higher realization of love, higher than pure love. And that's why this retreat is quite significant. We've been speaking of the divine love, but not really touching the core of it. not really bringing up the energy of the divine love, yet the way I have been speaking of divine love is more as type of a high vibration of pure love, a pure love experience more intensely by feeling it deeper, because pure love also has different levels, but the divine love is something else. And it is realized or initiated in different heart, the fourth heart, which I chose to call the divine heart. And in the next meditation we will be speaking of it, guiding you to experience it.